And welcome back to episode 16 of Suplex Biddies. Brought to you by Coach Guy Sports. Please go use the internet one time. Make sure you're checking out all the blogs. We got some new podcasts that are coming on the network. Got some other big things coming soon within the network, so you want to stay tuned for that. Again, also Suplex Biddies is brought to you by Exogun. Ever do a workout and feel like you need a massage after? Well, get your massage without leaving the house. Don't let pain and soreness slow you down, as Exogun revives muscle, it boosts circulation, and releases energy so you can recover faster and live better. Take it wherever you need it, work the gym, the trail, and put the power of percussion massage treatment in your hands. It's portable, adjustable, and powerful. Exogun is trusted by the pros to deliver the ultimate in recovery. Like we said, you can use it even for percussion therapy. What is percussion therapy? Well, for those who don't know, percussion therapy boosts muscle function and recovery by penetrating deep into the muscle tissue with a series of rapid, concentrated, pulsating strokes. Ooh. Gain back control of your body and achieve long-term pain relief with Exogun. Get 10% off with the code CGS10 at checkout. It comes with a charger and a carrying case. Go get your Exogun today and treat yourself to a massage at a moment's notice. I personally have used Exogun, and I've used it for 4 rounds worth of pulsating strokes, and boy, does that hit home every time.
Tastes like candy.
That last
sweet like
tastes like candy.
If that last stroke doesn't make your muscle just go like a blossoming flower, I don't know what else will.
Springtime, baby.
Just that last stroke, it's like, wee. Thank you.
For those who are listening and not watching us via YouTube, we have myself, the one true host, Chris Jones. We have Diego Snapple, whatever the fuck he's drinking.
It's Mango Madness. We were talking about strokes, and now the mango.
That is the best.
Mango Madness.
That is the best one.
Mango Madness, the DJ, back in Boston live soon again. Diego Galvis. And then the Hunneman, the wrestling guy, the guy who has the 3-part poster in his background.
Oh, you see that? Yeah.
Andrew, the wrestling
1,
aficionado,
2,
Honey Buns. How's it going tonight, ladies and gentlemen?
It's going just great, Chris.
I'm upset. And I'm mad online.
50,000 on my head, no disrespect. Oh, no, not the Drake song. Okay.
I'm upset.
I know why he's upset. We're going to get into it real quick. So we have another list of WWE releases today. As Fandango and Tyler Breeze are probably the big names. Killian Dane, Arya Davari, Marina Shafir, Everrise, Arturo Ruas, Tony Nese, the Bollywood Boys, August Gray, Kurt Stallion. Just to name some. So unfortunately, it legit looks like the entire cruiserweight division is not a thing anymore.
205 Live now has 4 active wrestlers on its roster. Well, so that shows probably.
If it's anything like Monday Night Raw, they're gonna fight every fucking week.
Woo! Repetition, baby. And I will say the biggest loss to 205 Live has to be Killian Dane. That man was good. He's a big man. Could have been cruiserweight champion.
Killian Dane, cruiserweight champion?
Yeah.
Have you seen the size of him?
Yeah.
He's not a cruiserweight. He makes you look like you have no hair on your body and you have an excess.
I know. That's true. He's a hairy boy.
You got hair, like enough hair to train somebody new into the Build-A-Bear factory.
Yeah.
Like, look at you.
3 stuffed animals, baby. Bop, 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 bop,
bop. You're making Hasbro jealous.
Huh? Yeah. Well, who's mad at Tyler Breeze being released besides me?
Me. I said in the text.
As a fan of Up, Down, Down on the YouTubes and occasional specials and everything like that. But what the fuck happens now? Tyler Breeze was also Austin Creed's biggest counterpart, making left, right. And, up, down, down. That was the rivalry. They were like the commissioners. No more GM mode on Thursdays. Like how
Uno on Wednesdays?
Uno was fucking. It was so funny, dude. And it's a WWE product. You just took away half the dude's streams and half of his content. Like, I mean, you gotta get rid of people sometimes, but talk about underappreciated, man. The dude literally had a takeover match with Juice and Thunder Liger, and now he just got canned just because they're probably selling the company. The fuck.
It's not that they're probably selling the company. At this point, with the amount of releases that they've done this year, you're selling the company. The probably has gone out the window. This is the third time now this year in 2021 where they have done more releases than
just
ever
mass
before.
releases. Yeah.
There's absolute a mass exodus and whatever. Like you have people like you mentioned, Tyler Breeze, Fandango gone, Tony Nese as well, who tweeted out about an hour or so ago. Thank you, everyone. I don't care how unmatched and underappreciated 205 was. I busted my ass every single time I stepped foot in the ring, doing whatever was asked of me with no questions asked. I can't wait to be that type of employee for someone else. Like, if there is somebody that is pissed as shit for delivering everything that was asked out of him out of WWE, is Tony Nese. Like, you got every single right to do it. You were delivering a hell of a product, like him and Aria Davari, I think it's his name. Aria Davari. Like, they were delivering actually. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of 205, but like those two were starting to bring me into like actually watching the product because they were delivering good stuff. They were delivering stuff that was completely new to the network, completely new to watchers, completely new to anybody catching on to the WWE itself. It was just raw, organic goodness being brought in. Like, it's just absolutely pathetic what WWE is doing. And I get it. Technically, they're not allowed to say we're selling the company because no attempt of sale has been made, nor like a LP, which is just a liability of purchase, basically. None of that has been done in itself just yet, nor signed on the dotted line. So technically, they can't say and go out saying that they're selling the company, because then it becomes a massive issue for human resources and everybody else. But this is exactly what happened when you work for a family-owned business like the McMahon business here in WWE. You never know until when you have that job. And it is an unfortunate aspect of the industry in itself, because basically, while you're contracted for a certain amount of time, in that contract too, you're an employee at will, which means that at any point they can release you whenever they please. And this is just extremely unfortunate, especially coming off of a pandemic, coming off of a very tough year, coming off of a very tough economic situation in itself for all industries. It's not just WWE, it's also the sports, it's also every other industry out there in the world. But this here is just completely unnecessary, though. Releasing that good of talent that has so many years to provide more talent to WWE just makes absolute no sense.
Well, Killian Dane and Drake Maverick were having a nice little tag team, and Drake Maverick's one of the guys that won his job back after they fired him in the first round of everything. So now I was very worried to see his name get added to that this time, because obviously Killian Dane and him were the last thing they had going. And I don't know, like you said, man, I know there's liability reasons, there's reasons for what they're doing, trying to maximize their assets and total profits, whatever the heck you want to call it. But it just seems like, you're doing all these other companies a favor, like all these guys are going to go somewhere and just tear it up. And like Tony Nese was one of my favorites. Jones remembers when I was advocating for him to become a cruiserweight champion. And that ended up happening. I'm pretty sure he even defended it at WrestleMania, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been a pre-show.
I believe you might be right.
Yeah, and it's a pre-show, but at least he got that moment, and he proved that he could, do what he did. And he always reminded me of like how over John Silver is in AEW, just this little, small, muscly, fast man. Maybe not as much charisma as John Silver, but same build, same speed, similar move sets, and you just didn't go all in on him, And I thought he had the potential to do something great, and I was kind of glad when he showed up in NXT, but I mean, there's only so much you can do, and NXT now has like 3 tag teams because they just released half their division.
Not only do they have 3 tag teams, now what are we doing for the Cruiserweight title? You have literally no one to challenge Kushida. You're gonna, I mean, gone. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, you bring back Roderick Strong and now what is called the Diamond Mine, which we'll get into in a little bit.
Yep.
But just looking forward, like the Cruiserweight title is going to become as useless as the European title was at one point in WWE. So moving forward, I have no idea what they're going to do, but I'll tell you right now, these next 2 pay-per-views coming up is going to be a big tell-all sign of what direction this company is going in.
Yep.
Because Money in the Bank is the first with a full capacity crowd since the pandemic. WrestleMania had it, but it had up to a certain amount of capacity. This one will be full capacity. This one is at the Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. It's a tongue twister in my mouth. It's dry. But like just overall,
I mean, what can you expect out of your mouth after 4 rounds, Chris? It's gonna be dry.
That's tiring. You can drink a lot of water, buddy.
Yes, you need to stay hydrated.
Pedialyte specifically, you know. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad fans are coming back. It's just the company's really tough to like stay behind right now.
So here's a question for you. Money in the Bank, sure, it's gonna be fans are gonna be allowed. You're gonna be in an arena, whatnot. We know the WWE main event sell out, right? Do you think that with all this that's going on and fans and outrage, it's really gonna sell out?
Yes, because of the fact that people have been waiting to be dumb at a wrestling event for well over 18
which
months.
Is fair.
You know how long all these Texans have been waiting to go, what? Anytime someone opens their mouth on a show.
Dude, the amount of people that I could just see recording themselves as somebody's talking in the Thunderdome going, what?
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about, Dutch?
So I agree with that. But I think that the messaging that WWE has given fans, especially with all these releases and the piss poor product that they continue to deliver on Monday Night Raw, it's starting to really throw fans off and starting to turn them off. Like if AEW was to have a big main event like this at an arena as big as the Dickie Arena in Fort Worth, Texas, like I am almost willing to say that they will sell out faster than WWE right now. Because fans right now simply are just not that connected to WWE anymore.
Oh, yeah.
They're losing interest and quickly.
When both promotions announced they were going back on the road, the reports early on were that AEW was selling like wildfire.
Exactly.
And everyone was hyped to go to their shows because, you know, like, I mean, just tomorrow night, they have a world title match, just Omega versus Jungle Boy. And it's been built up for like 5-6 weeks now since the last pay-per-view.
Yep.
And people just like, it's new. They haven't done that yet. So instead of tossing Drew and Bobby at us for the 6th time, you get something new, and it's just on a weekly show. So it's like you get your tickets for AEW because you don't know if you're just going to get a world title match. You don't know if you're going to get a new faction. You don't know if you're going to get like the Pinnacle versus the Inner Circle and Blood and Guts, which happened on a regular Wednesday. They're doing a very good job of keeping it fresh and exciting, unlike Raw, I believe. SmackDown's still been all right, but. And you know, how you gonna treat Xavier Woods like this? You throw him in a Hell in a Cell like day of on Monday night with Bobby Lashley, then you just fire his best friend.
Also, too, I think the majority of this is they're writing Woods off TV because he's getting ready for the fucking whatchamacallit.
Yeah, they're writing him off TV for about 3 weeks or 4 weeks, right?
There's a big tournament that he's doing coming up. And they're writing him off so he can actually partake in it.
Yeah, it's part of G4.
Yeah. So they're writing him off TV. So that's why he was put in that match, X, Y, and Z. Mm-hmm. But again, like just imagine just you sitting there. You're like, okay, well, you can't use people's names who aren't within the company. And then legitimately you hire the guy who literally helps him bringing the most revenue, the most clicks, the most views, the most fucking merchandise now with left, right as well. like that's just a big slap in the face to Xavier Woods. And at this point, I'm talking to WWE and I'm saying, look, like, what are we doing here? Because not only are you affecting the company, you're affecting me personally. Yeah. This isn't how I want to play this.
Yeah, it's like you're really expecting me to put this. So WWE owns up, down, down, according to what he tweeted out a few weeks ago. But it's like, if you're going to keep making it hard for him to keep the content going, why is he going to want to keep doing it? Mm-hmm. You know, and you just keep chipping away at his roster. Like even when they had the draft a couple years ago, when he was on, I think he was on SmackDown and they just took everybody and sent them to Raw. You know, Breeze went to Raw/NXT. The Usos went, and he was literally tweeting out. He's like, "Give me Breeze, like give me something to make this okay. What am I gonna do?" And now instead they're just canning everybody. I mean, if I'm him, I'm annoyed. He's a big company guy. He's always talked very positively of the company, and I've met the man. Seems like a good dude. Met him at a PAX East event one time. Seems like a swell man. But you know, I feel for him right now, and you know, we'll see what happens with their YouTube channel. And you know, 2 million plus subscribers just got pretty pissed off. So
I mean, I guess the only two good things.
One of them.
Yeah.
I'm not happy.
I guess the only two good things that you can mention right now are the rumors swirling in between two, I guess, superstars, if you call it, potentially coming back. One of them being John Cena in an interview earlier this week mentioned how he is planning on coming back to WWE because he hasn't had his last match, which teases out to the potential storyline that we've been talking about, a potential Roman Reigns versus John Cena, maybe John Cena versus Bobby Lashley. Who knows? And there's also rumors swirling around of a potential, who knows, and we might not know until another 15 minutes of this recording, which is Friday, June 25th, 7:45 in the evening.
Afternoon. After
an early evening.
Sure. Of a potential
still light outside.
Of a potential Becky Lynch appearance on SmackDown, which SmackDown just doesn't need more power in it. Right now, you need to help Raw. You need to help Raw because it's bankruptcy bound. Like there's no nicer way to put it. It's bankruptcy bound.
Yeah.
Can I make a comparison about Monday Night Raw right now? It's legit worse than what WCW Monday Night Nitro was.
At the end.
It really is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It is literally it is becoming just unbearable. My friend the other day, when's the last time you sat down and watched an actual Raw? I go, when was the first time that Bobby Lashley won the WWE title? And he goes, February. I go, yes. That is the last time I sat down and watched a 3-hour Raw in its entirety. But no, I'm curious to see where they go. Obviously, what we're going to see is a bunch of part-timers come back because they're going to want the big name draw to get the people in the seats at SummerSlam. And right now, the 4 matches rumored for SummerSlam, it just looks like an automatic draw for anybody that wants to go see a live event.
Yeah.
Right now, the 4 rumored matches, it's supposed to be Brock and Lashley for the title, Roman and Cena for the title, either of Rhea or Bianca Belair versus Becky for the title, and then Seth Rollins versus Edge. Those are the 4 rumors right now. Like the big time rumored matches. What's the rest of the card going to look like if you don't have the talent to do it? And who else can we see potentially just be tossed aside?
So there is a storyline development with Big E leading up to I've been talking about for about 2 weeks now, I think, of episode recordings of when the WWE draft happens, which, by the way, read a very interesting report, and it seems to be a very good report that they are looking to speed up the WWE draft more towards like late August, early September, rather than having to have in October like it usually is. And in one big move, what they're looking to do is bring in Big E into Raw and make him the babyface of Raw, which honestly, if I was Big E, I'd take that gig any day, because if there's somebody that can actually deliver a goddamn product in a good way, it's Big E. I wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind his physicality going against Bobby Lashley because they're both two big freaking guys that could go physically very well. Wouldn't mind seeing Xavier Woods just have that extra person there to create more product with and content that's actually watchable. Because I mean, we've been saying this. This is just, you might as well just give me a raw can of spam and ask me to lick it than to watch Monday Night Raw on a weekly basis.
Yeah, it is a struggle, man. And ratings show they just fired a writer too because she went on a podcast and decided to tell people she didn't really know much about wrestling.
Kenise Mobley, yep.
Yeah, so she unfortunately said a little too much, and WWE probably didn't like that she openly said, oh yeah, we don't care if you know about our product or not, just come in and be funny, you have experience. And it's like they're reaching from all ends of the freaking just what's
The problem with that one is that they knew that she doesn't have any wrestling writing content background whatsoever.
Yeah,
they knew she would suck at the job. They hired her, they offer her big money, and as soon as she's just getting her feet finally acquainted, they let her go. Talk about just complete immoral moves by WWE.
Yeah, you wonder how many writers have they gone through that they could have just, not had to deal with and maybe save Tyler Breeze's job.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
but anyways,
that's a rabbit hole. I won't go down.
Anyways, the one true host, take it away, please, will you?
Yeah, tell us what else going on. Give me something to be happy about. Give me something.
Give me something worth brushing my teeth for.
Stop yelling at me.
Look at that face. Oh, jeez. Look, Jones, I feel like we saw a look inside your vinegar strokes there, but that was different.
That was just one round. Just the one round.
That was the first round.
Hey, just real
Second,
quick.
third round, you're like,
just real quick, dude, Jones.
Look at us. Say it back.
Doesn't work for this. I don't know.
It'll go away, man. It's a legendary moment. Don't you worry, sir. It'll go away. And then you'll be like, remember when I went 4 rounds? And everyone will be like, I don't give a shit. That was 3 weeks ago, man. No one gives a fuck.
Keep pumping.
So Money in the Bank's a couple weeks away. Let's talk about that.
Yes, sir.
Let's be happy about that, Hunneman.
That's the one with the ladders and the people with the money in the bank, right?
It's not. It's a contract for a world title. But yes.
Is it a metaphor?
No.
What's it mean?
So for the men's Money in the Bank, we already have 3 qualifiers so far in Ricochet, Johnny Drip Morrison, and Riddle. We have 2 more matches for qualifiers, one on SmackDown tonight, being Big E versus Apollo. And then a triple threat on Monday Night Raw between AJ, Randy Orton, and Drew McIntyre. And then there's also 3 more contestants added on. So real quick, Big E or Apollo, who wins? Let's talk about this.
Well, because it's not for the championship and they keep seemingly screwing Big E over with Commander Aziz and other things, I'm going to have to go with Big E because he obviously deserves a place in that ladder match. And maybe Apollo can go have a match with maybe Sami Zayn if they decide to revisit that with Kevin Owens leaving. You got to give it a Big E. Even if he's not in the match, you got to build him back up a little bit because they took him off because they didn't have anything for him, started to build him back with Aleister Black, and then fired him, and then just left him off TV again. So, I mean, outside of a couple weird tag team matches with Kevin Owens, what are we doing? Just I hope he wins. Really hope he wins.
Commander Aziz, more like Commander a sneeze, because he's gonna sneeze his way out of Money in the Bank.
What?
Let's go, Big E, baby.
Allergies?
Big meaty man slapping meat.
Like we were saying, Bobby Lashley and Big E, big meaty men slapping meat. That's what we want. That's what I need on my TV every week.
I don't need Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre.
I don't need no 5-star classics. Your 30-minute Iron Man matches. I want big meaty men with big chests slapping meat. No? Anybody?
Diego, Big E, or Apollo Crews?
Oh, easily Big E. Easily Big E. I think with the rumors that we were just talking about earlier too, I think this is a good stepping stone to just not a good stepping stone. I mean, like more like the climax of that story, so that it can develop into something bigger, and he can get traded into Monday Night Raw and create a better product for that show. So I'm going with Big E.
I hope we're right. I really hope
All
we're right.
Are you two done texting about me?
I'm not texting about you. I'm actually getting. I'm getting wrestling news.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm looking at. So apparently Vince Russo has dropped some info for us. But before that, let's do AJ versus Orton versus McIntyre. Who gets in out of those three?
I mentioned this earlier. On the last episode.
I think it's going to be Orton. I think because you need to have him and Riddle in there to advance their storyline. AJ is going to get screwed over somehow by the Viking Raiders, I imagine. And then Drew just has no right to be there. So, I mean, putting him in the matches, it would just seem like you put that stipulation on the Hell in a Cell and you're just going to discredit it like 3 weeks later to throw him in a Money in the Bank ladder match when he can get a title shot again. I wouldn't put it past them.
It doesn't mean, but here's the thing. It doesn't mean he has to fight Bobby.
I know.
Bobby could lose.
I know.
Bobby could lose to I don't know. Fucking Jinder Mahal, and out comes Drew McIntyre as a heel, kicks him right in the mouth. Transitional champion.
Which is what he should have been the first time.
I think it's gonna be Randy Orton.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna see Orton in the ladder match.
Yep, me too. It's an 8-person match this year, right?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
Okay, so it's 4 from Raw, 4 from SmackDown. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I mean, it'll be a lot of bodies, and I mean, like this last year, even with the pandemic, they did the really cool climb the headquarters to get the briefcase thing, and then Baron Corbin killed 2 guys and threw Rey Mysterio.
Here's the thing. That's why Aleister Black's fired, because he doesn't exist.
Yeah,
he's just a figure of our imagination.
He's actually just dead because he got thrown off the top of WWE headquarters.
Yeah, he didn't fall in them. Diego, AJ, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre. Stop texting Hunneman about me.
I was just looking at your profile picture. You look good. You look good, sweetheart.
Yo, happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday to her.
I don't know what her name is.
He just had it up.
I'm talking about you.
It's Ref Jess.
Fucking Christ,
Lady Ref Jess on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's actually at WWE Lady Ref Jess.
Okay.
On Twitter. Exclamation point.
All right, Diego, back on topic. AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre.
I'm going with Randy Orton, although I do think that AJ Styles also does have a close chance in this one too. But I'm definitely going with Randy Orton.
Okay, so before we move into 3 other names that we'd like to see in the Money in the Bank, so Vince Russo dropping info. So apparently Bruce Pritchard is now the head writer of SmackDown immediately. I wonder if this means he's just writing for SmackDown now and no longer doing both shows.
Yeah.
Edge has gained full creative control and is returning soon and has chosen Rollins as his puppy. Therefore, WWE had to change to let Rollins beat Cesaro at Hell in a Cell.
Yep.
And John Cena is officially returning to SmackDown, according to Vince Russo, on July 16th.
Yep.
So basically the SmackDown before Money in the Bank.
Is that right before, or is it a couple weeks?
Yep.
Okay,
right before.
That's their first live one too.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, it makes sense. You want to draw viewers. You want to draw people in the seats.
If you want to draw viewers, you bring John Cena back. I'll be watching.
Cena. All right, 3 more names we can see in this Money in the Bank. Shawty, what you think? Got that Money in the Bank?
Shawty, 2007. Well, at this point, can you guys go first so I can pull up the SmackDown roster and actually see who's still on it?
Yeah.
Nobody got fired from SmackDown, dude.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
205 Live. Just don't say Rusev because he's in AEW. Diego, I'm gonna let you hit the nail on the head here first. Give me 3 more names we'd like to see on top of what we already have.
I don't know.
I can go. I had an idea.
Go, Daddy. Go.
Nakamura.
Right. Andrew Hunneman. Go ahead.
Nakamura, Cesaro, and probably Baron Corbin because they just do that all the time.
Nakamura, Cesaro. Okay.
Yeah.
Diego?
Oh, actually, I shouldn't ask. Maybe Seth Rollins. I shouldn't have said that. I'm going to keep it what I said. That's fine.
I want to see Cesaro, Kevin Owens, and I actually want to see Damian Priest. Those are my three.
He's hurt right now, the back injury, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Priest or Cesaro? Owens.
Priest is out hurt with a back injury as of earlier this week, allegedly, which is why he kind of fell off after his Mania feud and that weird zombie match at WrestleMania Backlash. And also Kevin Owens is allegedly written off for storyline reasons, so we will see. And I'm actually, let me just say, I don't want Corbin. I'd rather see Seth Rollins in Money in the Bank. So
we'll be smart and say Corbin because we know it's going to happen.
I know. I don't want him to do stuff though.
You think he's going to do stuff? He already killed 2 people. I mean, he's going to do more stuff.
What about you, Jones?
Cesaro and Nakamura are definitely 2 that I think will be in it just because they need good representation from the SmackDown mid card.
Yeah,
I think Jimmy Uso's the other one.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Jimmy Uso's the other one, I think.
You just have one of those Sour Patch hard candies. What a face.
It's just my reaction to the steak. Ooh, Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso.
Just basing off what the rest of the roster looks like and what the potential plan for Roman Reigns at the pay-per-view is, I could see Jimmy getting it and then literally having an actual shot at winning Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Who do we think wins Money in the Bank?
Cesaro.
It's gonna change every week. I'm gonna ask the same question every week.
I'm still sticking,
literally until it's solidified. I'm going to ask the same question every week.
I'm going with Cesaro.
As of right now, I think it's gonna still be Big E, as long as he qualifies tonight.
I am going to select right now because he's officially in the match, Ricochet, because I'd like to see something like that be a little bit different.
Yes, me too.
Good luck, homie.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's in the match because he deserves to be highlighted a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, he's severely underused. But good luck, man. He's going to do some flips and go through like 6 ladders and he'll do a spot.
I agree. But out of the 3 competitors that have already qualified in Ricochet, Morrison, and Riddle, I'll take Ricochet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like Ricochet.
I wouldn't hate Johnny Drip Drip with the briefcase, but we all know
Ricochet be the rubber band man.
Prince Puma, as they call him back in the day.
Real quick, ladies. Asuka, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, and Nikki Cross have all qualified for the women's Money in the Bank. There's 4 more spots. What do we think? Give me 4 names.
So is that also 8 women in the match?
Yes.
So Rosfield is officially full, right?
Cross, Bliss, Naomi, Asuka.
Yeah. Okay. So SmackDown's. I don't even know who they have left, dude. It's really tough to actually keep up with this at this point. You have to imagine. Well, who do they even have that's not in a feud?
Well, not for nothing, but if fucking Becky Lynch is coming back, what do you think she's gonna come back and say? I'm challenging for fucking Money in the Bank.
Dude, fucking Drew. It's gotta be Becky Lynch, Cat.
Liv Morgan's been advocating for it on social media, so hopefully she makes it.
She'll be in
it. Bailey's probably gonna make it, even though she just lost her feud.
I doubt it.
Carmella maybe, unless she's
Carmella will make it.
Unless she's versing Belair at the pay-per-view. And then the tag champs won't be in it. Sasha Banks is still gone. She could be in it. That could be her return. But
she's scheduled to return the 16th as well, I believe.
SmackDown actually, they don't have much right now. Maybe Natalya and Tamina will be in it, and we won't have a women's tag title match. But
I think so. I think we'll get Liv, Natalya, Carmella, and then Becky will be the 4th.
Yeah, I can see.
Little Mango Madness, Diego. What do you think?
I'm brain farting a little bit, and I need you guys to help me out. This might be a really stupid question, so that's fine.
Listen, at this rate, dude, with the way that the landscape of WWE is, there is no such thing as stupid questions.
True.
Asuka Is she still
Already in it. She's
She's
already
already
in.
in. Yeah,
She
she's
is
in.
already in. Okay.
Oscar, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, and Super Nikki.
Dude, apparently it was her idea and she pitched
I
it
know.
and she's trying to run with it. And actually,
Dude,
Killian
she
Dane,
looked like Barnacle Boy 101.
I mean, give it a chance. You always need a superhero to get behind. I mean, so do she'll
Stay
probably
in the
do some
back.
shit.
There's a Nikki cross coming through.
There's a Nicotine
Nicotine.
coming through. So yeah, Diego, it's actually kind of tough because SmackDown's women's roster is pretty
thin.
Wild card for me, just Io Shirai, maybe.
Would be a good one.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Depending on what they officially do with her at the Bash, because I think next week on NXT they're fighting Raquel and Dakota Kai, and the winner of that gets a tag title shot at
Next takeover.
No, at the Great American Bash.
Oh, right.
So I'm going Carmella, Liv Morgan, Tamina. She might be already involved in some main event or might not, but I'm going Shayna Baszler.
Ooh, I don't hate that one.
She needs to go to SmackDown so badly.
She needs to go as far away from that tubby woman.
They're just
So,
I can't.
I think that's the opportunity to split that group. So
that would be cool. Yeah.
So
give me one of them last chance battle royals like back in the day when they used to have like a world champion get injured and then fucking Kurt Angle shows up on SmackDown and just wins the world championship in like January for no reason. Give me something weird. Do that for Shayna. Make her a beast again.
Bring back the Bellas. Bring them back.
At this point, dude. Yeah. You got.
Give me AJ Lee. Come on.
I don't think her or Punk are gonna touch this company with the way it's been going, man.
Not at least
until Vince McMahon's
for
out
years if AJ Lee comes back.
Tell her.
Any final thoughts before we conclude episode 16?
WWE's fucked.
Best of luck to all those release stars again. There's plenty of opportunity out there. Do you have another thing you forgot about?
No, real quick.
Yeah.
Name 3 stars that you see being hired within the next month or so that literally just got released today.
So the thing, I think definitely Everlast. Because
Everrise.
Sorry.
Everlast is a punch bag.
It's a commercial. It was just on a commercial. I'm sorry. Everrise. Everrise. Everyone on Twitter that's from different companies and everything is doing a big shout out to them. So they're very highly regarded, seemingly in the industry. So they'll land somewhere. I think they'll be an AEW team easily. And Killian Dane, everyone that got released would probably be great in TNA because Daivari brother is also in TNA.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just froze.
That's fine. It might be better off for us. But
he's gonna be a star.
I heard literally nothing besides he's going to be
Oh,
a
really?
star because you were sitting there like this.
I just got a thing that says my internet connection's unstable. Since when?
Oh,
just
like I was just about to say, sounds just like your life.
I got my shit together, okay? I pay my bills on time.
What? I wasn't talking about that aspect.
That was just me.
Yeah, I figured. I could see you fucking.
You're more unstable than Dean Ambrose.
Hell yeah, dude. Lunatic
John
fringe up in
Moxley,
this
get it
bitch.
right.
Lunatic fringe, baby.
Last final thing I'll say. I'm looking forward to watching SmackDown after this. And the opening take was Roman in his locker room asking where Jay is, and Jimmy said he ain't coming back. So
he ain't coming back.
WWE
they're doing
Jay Uso.
They're doing
oh god.
They're doing
R.I.P.
a championship celebration for Roman Reigns on SmackDown tonight. So someone's gonna fuck it up.
Real quick.
So that'll be. You'll see
Real
who the
quick,
next challenger is.
Here's what
Dominic Mysterio.
It's definitely going to be Dominic. Oh my god.
Expect Fandango and Tyler Breeze to be hired by Impact.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
I'd say you're better off seeing Tony Nese in Impact.
I can see that too. I can see that too. Yeah.
I will follow Tyler Breeze to wherever he lands because he is an unbelievable talent. So hopefully he gets.
Imagine he goes to New Japan.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Ooh.
I mean, his style could work if he goes back, gets his hair back, and everything.
Oh, Chris,
All
you
right,
are so naughty after 4 rounds. You bad boy.
What did he do? What did he do? What did he do?
Thank you, Couch Guy Sports, for giving us a platform for our 16th episode. Big shout out to our sponsor, Exogun. For myself, Chris Jones, Mango Madness, Diego Galvis, and Andrew, my face changes because my TV screen keeps popping in my face. Hunneman signing off, and we'll see you guys next week for episode 17.